mimics, they're a rare enemy that can spawn in tower heroes, and a lot of them give skins, some of them give coins. Today I'm gonna rank them based on stuff like how cool they look, how good their skins are, and how annoying they are, stuff like that. So global mimics spawn on any map, and there's only 4 of them that aren't event ones at least. You could technically say that the battle mimic's a global one, but that requires like a whole... It's in its own mode. Anyways, you can get these on any map, as the name suggests. You can only do it on challenge mode and casual mode if progression's enabled. I don't know if you can get them on other modes. I think you can get them on battle mode, but I have no idea about like adventure mode or something. The basic mimic, the most common one, gets you coins. I rank this in A tier. It doesn't look great compared to the other ones, but it gets you extra coins, and coins are always good to have. The big mimic, I don't like the big mimic as much because it's the same odds as all of the map specific mimics. And anytime I see a mimic has appeared and I see that guy instead of the map mimic, it hurts. To be fair, the odds for the map mimics aren't confirmed, but it's assumed that the map mimics are the same odds as this guy. Anyways, it gets you slightly more coins than the regular mimic, and it's a lot rarer. I know the big mimic is 1 in 1,000. The golden mimic, I'll probably put it in B tier also. It's super rare. It's 1 in 10,000, one of the 2 mimics that are that rare. It just gets you more coins. And if I ever saw this thing before I get the other really rare one, which is the Mimic Bot, that would hurt so bad. If I get it after, then it's fine, because like I've already gotten the skin, you know, but that would just hurt. Anyways, yeah, that's all there is to it. It is the best looking of the 3 coin mimic. The Mimic Bot. I do like the Mimic Bot a lot. It's the only global mimic that gets you a skin, and the skin looks really cool. They collaborated with One Shot for this mimic, and the skin gets you Nico for the lemonade cat. It's not the best mimic I've seen, but it's still a really good one. Map exclusive mimics are what the name implies. They're exclusive to certain maps. They all have the same estimated odds of 1 in 1,000. They work the same as the global mimics. You can get them on challenge mode or casual mode with progression enabled, and I think battle mode. Definitely cannot get them on adventure mode because there's no maps. The business mimic isn't really that crazy, but the skin is one of the best skins out of all the mimics. It gives you a discount dog skin, and I'm fairly sure it's based on one of the map builders. But yeah, it's the first mimic that I got that wasn't one of these 2, and it's really cool. The crab mimic is pretty unique. I don't know if I would put it in S or A tier. I think I'll put it in S tier, just because it's not the regular, chest or other object with eyes on it. The skin it gives you is literally just this, but for Spectre. The music for Spectre that it has is the Crab Rave music. You can solo Tidal Takedown, so it's not that bad. It's only really annoying if you try to go in a public lobby because nobody knows what they're doing, and that really messes it up. The Canyon Calamity Mimic, I don't really know what this one's called. I'll probably put it in B tier. The Mimic itself looks pretty good, but I don't know, the Cart Kid skin, it's just all around alright. There's another mimic for Cart Kid that's just better, and if that didn't exist, this would probably be a bit higher. I haven't grinded too much for this mimic because I don't really care about it that much. It's not that hard to get, but the boss, dude, the boss for Canyon Calamity is way too tanky, I'm not gonna lie. I keep trying to go in there with fun decks, and I just can't because the boss is too tanky. The Reef Mimic, I like this one a lot. I'll probably put it high A tier. Speaking of higher on tiers, I should probably organize these in order of how much I like them. Yeah, the Reef Mimic looks pretty cool, and it gives you one of my favorite skins. If the actual Mimic looked cooler, I'd probably put it in S tier. It gives you a wizard skin. I have gotten this one, and it changes the wizard to look like the boss from hard mode on Radiant Reef. I don't really like how the skin like just takes away all sound effects from the wizard though. It's kind of weird how it does that, but it is still a really cool skin. I like it a lot. Honeycomb Heist Mimic, it's either low A tier or high B tier. I think I'll put it low A tier because, oh my goodness, Honeycomb Heist sucks. But the skin and the Mimic look pretty cool. It gives you a bite skin, and it's like a hive type of thing. Yeah, the skin looks really cool. It is insanely annoying to grind. Yeah, it's definitely a low A tier. Last Tech Mimic, this one's hard because the skin and the Mimic look cool, but the skin is for Fracture. I'll probably put it mid A tier. because the skin looks really cool. I like it a lot. It's Bombi, but it's for Fracture. This is definitely the mimic I've grinded for the most out of any mimic. I've beaten hard mode like close to 20 times now, and I think I've beaten medium mode over 20 times. All I know is that last time I checked it, I was 200 waves over the estimated odd, and I still haven't gotten it. It's not that incredibly annoying to grind either. Like, I've gotten used to the strat at this point. It's pretty simple. The Wiki Mimic? Yeah, Wiki Mimic can go up here. Not only does the Mimic look the best out of all of them, in my opinion, but the skin is probably the best skin in the game, in my opinion. The only downside to this Mimic is how freaking hard getting it is. You have to play Bleak Barrens. I mean, it's the hardest map in the game. You know, it's the same odds as all the other map exclusive mimics. I got extremely lucky getting this, and I'm mad that I didn't record my reaction to it, because when I got it, oh my god, that was the most hype I've been for Tower Heroes ever. The skin is for Chef, which you can complain all you want. Oh, it should have been for Yasuke, which I agree, Yasuke needs more skins, but you cannot deny that the skin looks super cool. Oh yeah, there is one loophole. You can just go on casual mode and enable some modifiers to make the enemies easier, and it's super easy. I did one round of that, and the first time I tried that, I got the Mimic. Normally, I wouldn't do that, because I feel like it's kind of cheap. Since I only tried it once, I wouldn't really say I cheated it or anything. I just got lucky. Now we have the special map mimics. I'm gonna lump these in with the map exclusive mimics. I just put them separately because they're special maps and not the regular map. The Metaverse Mimic, also for Cart Kid, it gives you a Cart Kid skin, which looks cooler than the Cart Mimic. I'm probably gonna put this high A tier, lower than the Mimic bot, but higher than the other mimics in here. The Mimic itself looks really cool. I love the actual Mimic for it a lot. It's the best chest looking Mimic, in my opinion. The skin gets you all the planets, like, from the Metaverse for, like, Cart Kid summons. Yeah, overall, it's just a really cool skin. I've grinded for it a lot, but I haven't gotten it yet. The Oddport Academy Mimic, I think I'll put this low B tier. It's the worst map exclusive Mimic, because the Mimic itself is just a blue box, and the skin it gets you isn't that crazy. It just takes some of the enemies from Oddport Academy, and it puts them as the skin for Oddport. It tries to be the Cart Kid skin, but it's like, it doesn't change that much about the Oddport guys. It's the one I've grinded the least out of all of these. It's not like it's terrible, it's just not amazing. Tidal Encore Mimic, I'll probably put this high B tier. It's not crazy, but it is pretty unique. The Mimic isn't just a chest or anything with those big round eyes and a smile. It is a cat, and the skin is like a cat skin for Jester. You know what? I'll put it low A tier. It's not that hard to grind. Oh yeah, for Oddport Academy, it's not that hard to grind either. Same with Metaverse Madness. All three of them are pretty simple. The skin for it looks pretty cool. The Mimic looks pretty cool. Not as great as the other ones. The Battle Mimic is pretty unique because it can give you one of two skins. I'll probably put it mid A tier. The Mimic itself looks pretty cool, and the skins it gives you are alright. It can either give you the Goblin skin, which is either for El Goblino or Hot Dog Frank. You can use it on both of them. Or you can get the Stump skin, which is for Branch. I don't really like the Stump skin that much. I think it would have fit better on some other tower. It doesn't really fit that well on Branch. Then again, I haven't seen it in action yet, so what do I know? But the Goblin skin, it's fitting for El Goblino. I don't know about Hot Dog Frank. That seems a bit odd to me. But the skins themselves do look pretty cool. It's just weird choices for what they gave the skins to. I might put it low A tier.
Stay in the box! No! Stay in the box! No! Get out of my skin!
Event mimics are mimics that are exclusive to events, obviously. I sorted them by the type of event. Otherwise, they're the same. They're all 1 in 500. The Easter mimic? Honestly, probably C tier. It's a pretty weak mimic. It's just a mimic, but pink with bunny ears. And the skin it gives you is like just yellow Slime King. It's the Yolk Slime King boss that you can encounter by beating Easter Egglin on easy. I don't know, it's alright. I'm kind of mad that I didn't get it after doing like around 700 waves. I will bump down the big mimic. I don't like the big mimic that much at all. This Halloween mimic, the mimic itself looks pretty cool. It's a bucket of candy, and it gets you a Dumpster Child skin, which is like Dumpster Child in a bucket of candy. I think Dumpster Child world is candy itself. The Grateful Mimic was part of the contract system. It gives you a Voca skin, which I don't know, it's not that great of a skin, but it's definitely better than those two. Probably high B tier. Oh yeah, and as for how hard they are to get, the Easter Mimic isn't really that hard, just don't play on hard mode. Halloween Mimic, I honestly have no idea. I haven't played the Halloween event, and I have not looked into it that much. I just know that all of these event mimics can spawn on any of their event maps, so like any Easter map, any Halloween map, any Christmas map for, you know, each of the respectful holidays. Next is the Present Mimic. It gives another Dumpster Child skin, which is definitely worse than this one, but it's not like terrible. I'd either put it high B tier or low A tier. Probably put it high B tier for now. It makes Dumpster Child an ornament in like a little bag. You know what, I'll put it low A tier. I have a lot of A tiers. Last but not least is the Present Mimic. I was actually wrong. This one's odds are 1 in 250, or at least they're estimated to be. It can spawn on any map, so this is also a global mimic, and I did not know that until now. The skin itself is pretty cool. It gets you a Lemonade Cat skin. It's just pretty cool. Not really much to say about it. It's pretty cool, and it can spawn on any map, and it's the most common mimic, other than the regular mimic. But yeah, that's my completed tier list. I put a lot of stuff in A tier. I just don't like being harsh. Honestly, putting Easter Mimic in C tier might have been a little harsh. It's not that bad. It's just worse than the other one. Either way, I just know for a fact which ones go up here. You know what? I'll put the Reef Mimic in S tier. I like it that much. There we go. That's my final tier list. If there were in-between tiers, I'd probably put some of them there, but, you know. Wiki Mimic's my favorite. Big Mimic's my least favorite. If you want me to rank anything else Tower Heroes related, let me know, and I might. Thank you all for watching, and Shadows out.